Shake hands and come on fighting. Shake hands, touch him up, baby. All
right, referee Ernie Sharif taking firm control of the bout right from the outset. Well, it's quite noticeable as the two fighters stood toe-to-toe there. The height and reach advantage then for Cassius Baloyi, the champion. There's Gairy Clair. That is Cassius Baloyi, hitman on the trunks.
Well, just look at
coming out with
the
black
difference,
trunks.
Nick, 1.75, that's Gairy Clair, and Cassius Baloyi 1.78, so a big height difference there.
What is interesting about Sinclair is that he has faced a number of decent punches in the past. Name fighters like Leonard Durin, Diego Corrales, Vivian Harris, and he went the distance each time. So he's obviously got a pretty good chin.
I think he's fought some good fighters. You know, all those two fighters you mentioned, they went on to win world titles after they fought Gairy Clair. So he knows his way around. He's a good fighter.
Yeah, it is worth making the point that when he fought those names, they weren't champions just yet. That happened a few years afterwards.
But to go to the distance of a man like Diego Corrales at any time in his career tells you something.
Baloyi, though, with that sensational win against Manuel Medina in the 11th round, lifting the IBF title. It was a title he had to win. It was a fight he had to win because I think he was at the sort of crossroads of the career in terms of just where it would go. And had he lost, it would have been a very different story, obviously. But Cassius Baloyi now with a chance to beat Sinclair tonight, then go on and make a mandatory, and he can make himself some healthy money towards the end of his career too.
This is what he needs, but he's got a tough one in front of him in Gairy Clair. Just come off, he's won the WBA Intercontinental Featherweight title, so he's fighting a little bit above the featherweight limit tonight.
That's Sinclair you're talking about, of course.
Sinclair, yes. In his most recent fight, he won against Cheval Saul-Borupton. He stopped him in 4.
Baloyi lands a right hand. You would figure with their physiques that it'll be up to Sinclair to try and get inside the jab of Baloyi and fight inside. I don't think there's too much future for him from the outside because Cassius Baloyi is a very fine boxer in his own right, and he's got a good jab, as you can see.
Well, he's showing a lot of confidence, is Sinclair. He's got a little shot into the body there, a good one there from Sinclair, and he's going to work the body now, is Sinclair. Good right hand there from the champion, Cassius Baloyi. He's in those white trunks with the silver trim, and Gairy Clair from Guyana, based in Australia, he's in those black trunks.
Yeah, the champion finding the range early. Got home a very good right hand.
The last 30 seconds out of round 1, the scheduled 12 IBO and IBF junior featherweight, junior lightweight title at stake. Both titles at stake here tonight.
Baloyi very comfortable at the moment, just backpedaling and just timing these rushes from Sinclair, countering beautifully.
Well, he's making Sinclair come to him. He wants to counter punch, and Sinclair drops in a good little body shot underneath there. He's got to be careful those body shots coming in from Sinclair. And pretty difficult round to call that one.
Well, I would give that to Baloyi. I think he landed the cleaner jab, that's for sure, and a good right hand, I remember, early in the round.
Now and again, let the right hand come by himself. He's chasing you, throw him, boom, 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 throw the right on its own. Come back on your left hook, don't put it on there. Okay.
Don't get hit with the jab, keep on making a miss. The more he misses, the more you're going to go back, the easier it's going to be later on. He's puffing bad, mate.
We're into round 2 of this 12-rounder, scheduled for 12 rounds. The IBO and IBF junior lightweight titles at stake here. The hitman, that's Cassius Baloyi, coming out of that blue corner, defending both titles here tonight. The first defense of his IBF title and his 21st world title fight.
Cassius Baloyi has fought shorter opponents than himself before, obviously, being quite a tall, rangy fighter. So this won't be anything new for him, having to punch down, Ron.
You know, good body work there. He's got to be careful of that body work. He's got in the inside, is Sinclair. That lovely body shot, the left hand to the body there from Sinclair. Those are the shots that are going to slow down Baloyi as the rounds go by. He's just got to keep him on the outside.
Well, I think that'll be the plan of the Australian, is to try and slow down Cassius Baloyi. You see Baloyi at the moment using the perimeter of the ring quite nicely. It's a funny game, boxing, because if you go back 2 fights, Cassius Baloyi's career was looking very debatable. He just lost to Isaac Schlatzwell, albeit out of his natural fighting division, fighting at lightweight. Goes back to junior lightweight and wins the IBF title.
Well, there you are, Nick. But he fought Manuel Medina, a veteran of 80-odd fights. So, there's 2 veterans in the ring. He's getting the veteran stage now, is Baloyi.
Yeah, I would say Baloyi is just about embarking on that stage of his career. Nice work there with his back to the ropes by the hitman Cassius Baloyi. Clean punching. Tried to drop in the uppercut there, scored with the right hand of Baloyi.
Good work here off the ropes, fighting off the ropes, countering the St. Clair's is coming in, is Baloyi.
Well, this is the answer Baloyi will have for St. Clair. St. Clair tries to move forward and inside. He'll try and make him pay.
He's got to be careful of those body shots, Nick. He's not hitting the body as Baloyi, and the body shots are coming in from St. Clair. And as the fight gets into later rounds, those can take their toll.
Wonder if St. Clair has enough power to actually worry Baloyi to the body. I guess it all adds up, as you say, the later rounds. Not a huge puncher, Gary St. Clair. He's got reasonable power, but not a huge puncher.
Not known as a knockout puncher, Nick.
And I think that's a part of Baloyi's game that's a bit underrated too. I mean, he was able to stop Manuel Medina. And in some earlier fights, we've seen the power of Cassius Baloyi. I mean, in the fight with Philip and Doe was supposed to be the puncher, but Baloyi scored the hurting punches.
Well, he stood there toe-to-toe with Doe. And he can do it. A good round for the champion. He's scoring with cleaner punches. Good right hand coming there from St. Clair. He's got the last few seconds out of round 2. The body shots are going from St. Clair. Those are the telling blows from St. Clair.
Well, got quite heated on the ropes there at the bell. Good work to see.
You need to take some deep breaths, slow your breathing down.
Let's have a look at some of the action there. You can see the counter-punching work from Baloyi. It's St. Clair coming forward, punching to the body there, but Baloyi scoring to the head as St. Clair moves forward. Although St. Clair getting in a good right hand there as he backed Cassius onto the ropes.
He works the body well, because this Cassius has got to be careful of that too.
Second down. Round number 3.
So I'd say the pattern of the fight, Ron, has been set already with St. Clair coming forward, Baloyi backpedaling and countering.
I think this is inevitable, Nick. You know, when you look at the height difference, 13 centimeters it had to be. And he's got to get in the inside. He can't fight it from the outside to St. Clair. He's got to dig in underneath. And this is what he's trying to do.
I wonder if there will come a stage in this fight where Baloyi is able to back up St. Clair, because that could be a very different looking fight. I get the impression from seeing St. Clair come forward that he wouldn't be all that comfortable being backed up.
But he's scoring now, Nick. He's just pushing Baloyi back, and he's the only one scoring at the moment.
Good jab scored by Baloyi.
Good little uppercuts on the inside there from the champion.
Trading punches to the head at the moment.
Well, he's come to fight to St. Clair, there's no doubt about that. He's taking the fight to the champion.
Well, this is a big opportunity for him. It's the first time he's actually fought for a world title. Although he's had plenty of experience and he's been in with some big names, we've mentioned them already, he hasn't yet fought for a world title. So this is new territory for him. Of course, Cassius Baloyi is well used to it as he scores a good right hand there. But Sinclair, head lowered, punching the body. Backs Baloyi into his own corner. Scores with the right hand.
Good punches coming in from Sinclair at the moment. Having a good round in St. Clair.
Baloyi scores with the right hand off the ropes. There's the uppercut from Baloyi.
He's got to throw more of those, Nick.
Well, Sinclair is made for it. He's in there close with the head down.
And Sinclair taking the fight to the champion now. He's toe-to-toe now, stuck. Sinclair showing no respect for the champion.
Well, he's got a good chin. We know that, Sinclair. Doesn't go down easily.
It's been a good round so far for the challenger.
Combination from Sinclair getting home.
Baloyi's got to move off those ropes and use his longer reach. He's got just keep Sinclair on the outside. But he's Sinclair now doing all the scoring.
Not a
Good
huge
round
amount
for the
of
challenger.
Not a huge amount of power in those punches from Sinclair, though. He's very busy, I'll grant you that, and that will impress the judges. There's not a huge amount of power there.
Put some water on the back of the neck, please. Big one for me. In and out. In and out. Nice and loose now for the head movement, okay? Uppercuts come back on the left hooks. Right arm head, left arm head, side to side. I don't want your eyes. I don't want your
Second round, number 4.